Good morning. For those of you who are taking the Nasm exam, I recently took mine and I passed. So this video is for you guys. The exam is 120 questions and it's 120 minutes. Therefore, it's a 2-hour exam, which can be reasonably done with a minute per question just by math. However, in reality, you only need perhaps an hour to actually get through the questions and use the extra time in order to make sure that you go over everything. PSI is the exam online site that you're going to be using and registering. It is a pass-fail exam, so that means out of 120 questions, you can technically miss 50 of those questions. Once you go over your choices, just go for it. Mark what you need to. You're gonna have 3 options: mark, view, and comment. Comment is useless in this exam. However, there are 20 research questions that they do not tell you, which do not count against you. There's a Nasm online study course that you can take. And it is about $1,000 for that course, which is a self-study course, or you can do it in Arizona where they're at. Studying for me depends on whether you're a visual learner, auditory, or kinesthetic learner. What I mean by that is, are you the person who prefers YouTube videos, lectures, and diagrams? Then what you should do if you're going to take this course is to really focus on the lecture videos, the diagrams in the textbook, and or the YouTube videos that are provided, like mine, for example. Auditory learners, just listen to the lectures that they have and read the textbook to follow along. For kinesthetic learners or people who prefer hands-on, act out every assessment that's going to be done, because that's going to be on your exam. Go to the gym. You'll have in the self-study course opportunities to actually go to the gym and ask people about the assessment, or actually perform the assessment with others. And lastly, write it down repeatedly, because it builds muscle memories, like, oh yeah, my brain did this, and it also remembers it. Okay, the study guide is not necessary. It's online. I can share it with you. Many people can share it with you, but it is something that's useful and that will cover all the material from the exam. The reason why I say it's not necessary is due to the fact that you can use Pocket Prep CPT Exam, which are 500 questions, and you spend probably $20. The exam itself is about $200 if you just want to do it, get it over and done with, without any extra money put into taking the self-study course online. If you're a procrastinator, use the course because it will help you keep on track. If you cannot tolerate classes, definitely go for that $200 option. Exam prep is typically the test bank, and domain questions that the online course offers. Exam material: OPT model, which are the phases of training. Basics of anatomy, which is cardiovascular, muscular, nervous system. These are pretty much emphasized throughout this exam, okay? Locomotion, so gait, running, walking, Rockport tests, things like that, of that nature. Tracking as well, so ways that knees track, way that your shoulder, rotator cuff tracks as well. Assessment of movements, so the overhead assessment, pulling and pushing assessment, the different types of other assessments that may be included, such as the shark skill test, the bench press 1 rep max. Those are a couple of examples that are on the exam that I took yesterday. The skeletal and muscular system cooperation, so the skeletal system being used as like a lever system in conjunction with muscles. Important to know about tendons versus ligaments, how they play with smooth muscle, Davis's law. Basic math, no calculators required. No calculators are required for this exam. Just remember the formulas and the numbers. That's what's going to help you. 3.51, 220 minus the age, or 207 minus your age times 0.7, which equates to about the same number anyway. That was a test question that they had not put in the exam previously, because I had not seen it when I took exams, as well as the practice versions of the exam. Things like the heart rate, maximum heart rate, how to find that out. VO2 max zone training, so going from 55% to 65%, going from 76 to 85, going from 90 to 100%. These are things you would need to know with regards to math. Personal training basics, so prospective clients, client engagement, pre-training assessment, subjective versus objective. Those are big points on the exam. And in addition to that, tempo challenges, attitudes, behaviors, regression, progression, vocabulary choices, and definitely at the end of the day, utilize the resources you have. If you have the textbook, you would use Appendix D and Appendix E to definitely help you through understanding the anatomy as well as how it plays into locomotion or movement. What I used in conjunction with that is not within the textbook. So if you're taking the course and the teacher says this is not within the textbook, it's okay for the exam. Our books that I will link in the video below are anatomy of movement, strength training books, particularly the one that I use, I will also link in the video below. Do not try to use things such as websites that have preset workouts in order to understand how workouts and trainings work. End of the day, exam is really easy. It's really straightforward. It is not difficult. It is pass or fail. 50 questions that you can miss if you so choose to do so. Make sure you get 90% or 100% on your exams. Practice exam, practice tests. Pocket prep is really good because it has an explanation if you're not a textbook person. Aside from that, you will be set. I definitely promise that will be the case. And if you have any questions, I'll leave my email in the description below. Have a good one. Peace.